So, as everyone has been talking about New Year's resolutions recently, because we're going into the new year, I've been seeing some of the things that people are talking about and was just kind of piecing some of them together today in a way that just gave me a little aha moment and about myself and about the human experience, and just wanted to share this thought with you. So, I've been seeing some folks talking about how New Year's resolutions are the not self, the not self that we talk about in human design, how New Year's resolutions don't work, how they're just not right. And all of this just kind of got me thinking how the new year, the calendar new year, begins in the sign of Capricorn. So it makes sense that not only because this is an end and a new beginning, but also because we are in the sign of Capricorn, that we want to be making plans, that we want to be thinking about the future, and that we want to be thinking about improvement. Because these are things that the sign of Capricorn stands for. So, the reason why New Year's resolutions don't work, one of the reasons, honestly, it can be pretty complicated, but one of the reasons is because we are trying to implement change in our external world, right? There's something we want to improve. Let's say let's just use the example of going on a diet because you want to feel fit and you want to feel healthy and you want to lose weight, something like that. Well, you have to change some kind of internal fear, some kind of internal belief, some kind of internal set point for that external change to take place and for it to hold, for you to be able to maintain that external change. And that is typically what we are not doing. We are pushing, we're grinding, we're trying really hard to implement external change. And maybe we can do it for a few weeks, but it doesn't last because it's rooted in a fear. It's rooted in low self-worth. It's rooted in, something that just isn't in alignment. It's not healthy. And so this is so Capricorn of us to want to enter into a new year with a plan, with a strategy, with a structure in place that is going to lead to improvement. Because that's one of the things that the sign of Capricorn is teaching us. It's that we have to make these small little steps to achieve in the future, to achieve big goals. But what we have to remember is that the biggest thing that creates change is going back. We really have to go back to look at our limiting mindsets, limiting beliefs. We have to go back and look at childhood trauma or at trauma that occurred in adulthood. We have to look at our conditioning, our experiences, and understand our predisposition to those sorts of things anyway, which is helpful through human design, so that we can look at where we might be out of alignment, and then we can go forward into implementing change. And what's funny is that oftentimes when we go back and we see the trauma and we see the conditioning, then we realize the things that we thought we wanted weren't really right. Like the things we thought we wanted were rooted in the fears and the conditioning and the trauma. So that's a funny part of it too. But I just wanted to share this because there's a lot of shame going around, I guess, about New Year's resolutions, and lots of poo-pooing on them, and that's totally okay. If you know that for you they don't work, then they don't work, right? But it's funny, one of the things that was the personal revelation that I mentioned, was it's just that for myself, being a Capricorn sun, and having 6 planets total in the sign of Capricorn, I have very heavy Capricorn energy. And what this is saying to me is that this it's almost like I'm living this energy of the New Year's resolution constantly. And I know this is my life purpose, to help people do this by going back and uncovering the conditioning and the trauma, and looking at things like addiction and fear and beliefs that just are unhelpful, so that then true, lasting, standing external change can occur and can last. So, Just wanted to share that just in case you are thinking about New Year's resolutions, seeing other people talk about New Year's resolutions. There are lots of perspectives and opinion on this sort of thing, and I think they're all really valuable. And just kind of wanted to bring some of them together for you today. So I hope that's helpful.